Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Edmund TV and welcome back to a live edition of the Instant Match Reactions. I'm sorry that we've just started a little bit late. Obviously you do know Liverpool have just lost 2-0 to Atalanta at home. Not a great performance from Liverpool, I'm not going to lie. Just before I do quickly get into the game, I thought I'd start doing this live because I prefer to do the interactions with you. And I'm not going to lie, I was kind of hoping this was going to be a win, and I even said it was going to be a win. Make sure you get all your thoughts in the comments, in the live chat as well. But absolutely poor, terrible performance. And I'm not going to come on here and rant. Listen, we're still top of the group stage. We're still very comfortable. You know, we've still got Ajax at home. We've still got Midtjylland. 2 games that you would expect us to win. My only issue is I didn't see a lot of fight from the team today, and I will break down the game in a second. But to think that we could have went, and if we won today, then we could have obviously confirmed top of the table, then that would have been nice. But obviously, the fact that we didn't go and do that, but it weren't the fact that we didn't do that. I'm not too bothered. We needed to change the team. That's one thing we did do. I'm just upset with the fact that there was no fight from the players who did start, and that's something that I'm not used to seeing from a Liverpool team. Does that make sense? It's mad, mate. But people are even saying here, just so happens that the number 10 Gomez, greatest on the Diego Maradona, sadly died. Yeah, one thing that I do want to just say, as Ryan Turner has just mentioned, rest in peace to Diego Maradona, absolute legend, and everything that he's done for this sport, mate, will never be forgotten. Obviously, rest in peace to Heavy D as well, someone on AFTV for many, many years, someone in my industry. It's been a sad day, man. But as for the match itself, which, let's be honest, has not really helped the day, it's just one of them things. Like, how can you even comprehend that performance? Now, I will obviously mention a few things in a bit, but before we do, let me break down the game. So the game kicks off. One thing you notice straight away, Atalanta are up for it, and rightly so, they should be. They've got something to fight for there. We really don't. Like, we've kind of confirmed our spot in the round of 16. We might have not confirmed first. Most likely have. I think we have. But Atalanta, they still need points to actually get through people. That's the difference. That's one thing that I think we need to realise. And they turned up today. And I said this in my preview. They've still got quality. Papu Gomez, he's a fantastic player. You know, you mentioned before the performance that he was being put on. Diego Maradona would have been very proud of that performance, and it was so sensational. The levels that he was showing today, even showing few of them in the first game. And I just think it was just a bad performance. It was a bad performance in the first 20, 30 minutes. Even our midfield was non-existent today. One thing you notice quite a lot when Henderson isn't there. Anyway, after that concludes, when was it that they got their first goal? That was in the second half. The first half was boring as anything. Liverpool never even had a shot on target in the first half. In fact, they never had a shot on target the whole game. Goes into the second half, and I see better signs from Liverpool. I see us pushing forward more, but I still can't really say I'm impressed by what I was seeing. I couldn't say I saw, you know, a more hungrier team. We were getting more possession, but I think that was just a tactical change. I don't think it was anything to do with the players proper being up for it. Now, people can say, but they were tired, but I don't like using that excuse. Obviously, we know there's loads of football going on right now, but that's for everyone, so we can't just use that as an excuse for our team. It's like saying if it's raining, you know what I mean? It's happening for both teams. They get the first goal. I think it was Ilicic, if I'm not mistaken. I want to just make sure I'm right there. Yeah, Joseph Ilicic, who I didn't even know was back yet. I thought he weren't going to be available for this game. And he was brilliant today. He was linking up play really well, along with Papu Gomez. And we knew if he was to play this game, then it was always going to be issues. And then obviously, Robin Gosens as well. I might have completely fucked that name. But he was another scorer as well. And sorry, by the way, my chat is being quite slow at loading. It's irrelevant. We're still quality. And you know what, Cian? You're right. We are still a quality football team. Hence why I'm not really ranting. But we are still allowed to criticise a performance, which was... You might disagree with me, and fair enough if you do. We're allowed to, and that's why I want to do this live chat, because I want to get you more involved and stuff like that. But one thing I just want to offer to you is this could be the worst performance all season. Now, I don't know what can get worse than a 7-2 loss to Aston fucking Villa, but one thing that can be worse is when your team doesn't show fight. That day we were poor, but at least we shown like we actually wanted to get back into it. And I actually think with 3 deflected goals as well, but I actually think the reason why we conceded so many goals in that game was because we went for it. Today was very different. Today, we took too long to get into today's game, and you can't do that against Atalanta. And it was at Anfield as well, so we can't have a thing to build there. Make sure you get all your thoughts on the game as well. Nico looks promising, but he's not. But not his night tonight. That's one thing I'll agree with Charlie. Nico Williams tonight weren't the greatest for me. I don't think... Oh, we said qualify, James. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't think about Nico Williams that he's quite ready to be our starting right back, especially with the absence of Trent. I think that's Milner's position. I thought tonight that he gave the ball away a couple of times. Not enough to start getting mega stick on Twitter and stuff like that. One thing that I will say is I just think he needs more minutes, maybe off the bench and in and around the first team as well. I've got my cup of tea, and I know that you meant your cup of tea, and then you've corrected yourself and said cup of tea. It's all right. Make sure that you get your cup of teas, mate. That's what I want to do for these live match reactions. I just want to start getting us all involved. I really want to. I like doing the ones where you record and stuff like that. That's all right. But these are better when it's live, it's interacting and stuff like that. Let's talk about individuals then. We will do a proper player ratings where I've really analysed the game tomorrow because people said the reason why they might not want me to do an instant match reaction is because of the reason that I won't have like a full-on insight of the game, not as much of a detailed insight of the game, but that's why we'll still do the player ratings. But a few poor performances for me. Nico Williams weren't great. I thought Reece Williams was nowhere to be seen for their second goal. Thought he was very, very poor. I'm not going to lie to you, people. Not overall in the game. I thought he showed signs of promising moments. But if you're going to be a starting centre-back for Liverpool, which I'm sure at the back of his mind is what he's aiming to do, obviously he's not going to achieve that now, but he's still going to have them ambitions, or at least he should. You can't be performing like that, and Jurgen Klopp needs to at least help him learn from today, in my opinion, in young Reece Williams, because he is young and he is promising. But yeah, what did you think of Shimikas? Jake, I thought Shimikas was okay at times. I actually thought he showed good little signs, like what Robbo does from time to time. He looked good offensively. He looked sound defensively. And I think with a few more minutes and playing around a team that he gets more used to, then he could be a very, very good player for Liverpool for sure, Shimikas. But today he was all right, and I think that's what you can say about the majority of players, to be fair. Minamino was no impact, mate. You're right, he came on, never made an impact, but he weren't given much time to make an impact. I think... Oh, wait, that was the wrong comment. I think James Milner was good today. Jamie, I agree with you. I thought he was probably one of the more better players, and it's good that we started James Milner, because imagine having no Henderson and no Milner, and look at how open that midfield was tonight. It's a shame that we couldn't give Gini a rest because of obviously all the injuries that we've been getting. It's a massive shame that we can't give him a rest. He's been playing. Literally, it was said yesterday, 2.5 million minutes. Like, he literally has... It's felt like he's played that many games, not just for Liverpool, but for his country. He's bound to get worn out at some point. And now we've got a big game at 12:30 against bloody Brighton on the weekend, which, again, not ideal. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. Milner was sound. And do you know what? I'm seeing a few people in the comments saying Nico's getting blasted. And do you know if Nico is getting blasted? I have said it for a while. I don't think he's quite ready to start starting. I said this to Alex the other day because he said he should have started against... fucking hell, who was our last game? I can't even remember our last game. Leicester. He said he should start against Leicester over Milner at right back. I said, I don't think he's quite ready. And if he has a below par performance, which is very possible, then people will get on his back. It's a shame that there's Liverpool fans like that, because I love Nico Williams. I think he's got a lot of promise. I really, really do. It's just about showing that. Pink Dolphin, no stress. Would rather now than in the Prem. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Pink. I think kind of say not that bad because we've got the Premier League to focus on, and obviously, of course, we've not only got the Prem, but we're quite comfortable in the Champions League. So I do see the point that you're trying to make there, 100%. Mane needed a rest today. Rehan, I've got to agree with you. It's looking like Mane is really looking like just a bit more fatigued. But can you blame him? Of course, you can't blame him. Mane is one of them that will put in 100% every game. That's why I was happy to see Robbo rested today. And we will talk about them because obviously there was the quadruple substitution of Bobby, Robbo, Jota and Fabinho. But Mane's one of them that needs resting. Robbo, I'm glad he got rested. Gini needs resting. But when are we going to rest them? I think the only chance we can do is if we get a win in our next Champions League game, and then we can rest them in the last game of the group stage. Other than that, I'm not really too sure what we're actually going to do. Do you know what I mean? We just need to win against Mitchie. And this is literally what I've just said. We need to just get a result in our next Champions League game. That's it. People are even saying in the comments the game was so dry. And literally used, do you know what? This is why I wanted to do live interaction, because I want to pick up on your points. That's the perfect adjective. You've just said the perfect word. Where's the person who said the game was so dry? Leo, You know football, because that's the perfect adjective. Liverpool had no chances on target. Imagine being at Anfield and having no chances on target. It's unreal. Like, I wouldn't have expected it. And I'm not ranting. I'm not saying, oh, the players, this, that, they're tired. I understand it. They're playing game after game after game at such a high intensity. We've just played a very good team when they turn up. But you expect more. You expect more effort. You don't expect to be that lackadaisical on that second goal like Reece Williams was. Overall, I don't think you point the finger at anyone. You've got to blame the finger. You've got to point the finger at everyone who's in the team. However, for me, and I can only speak for myself, I do think we will bounce back from this. I do think we will still get top. And I do think that Liverpool will come back strong. We know from the Villa game that was kind of like up a bit, where do we go from here? Because now we've got Brighton at 12:30, and even though our first team never started today, will we be hungry for that game? Of course we will be hungry for that game. I was just asking that question rhetorically because I know there will be people thinking that. We will be hungry. Today won't affect us going forward. I don't even think it'll affect us in our next Champions League game. I just hope that we focus on our next Champions League game, because now we actually do need to win. Loan Nico to get experience. Burrell, I agree, my mates. I agree. I think a loan for Nico Williams in the future will probably be good, but right now, yeah, he's still a very, very good player. There's a person spamming in the chat. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. There we go. We got him blocked. I believe I underestimated Atalanta badly tonight. And do you know what, Harry? You had every reason to underestimate Atalanta tonight. They have won 1 out of their last 6 games. By the way, we have just gone and beat them at their ground. 6-0, 5-0. That's a great win. Don't get me wrong, they could have got 2 or 3 in that game themselves. But we still beat them. So, Harry, you're not naive or stupid for being confident today, all Liverpool fans was. And I don't even think Klopp or Liverpool underestimated Atalanta. Atalanta need points. We needed to rest players. When them two things come together, you're going to probably get something a little bit like that. I just expected more from the youngsters today. I thought Curtis Jones was kind of out of the game. He was non-existent. I thought Nico Williams misplaced a few passes. Other than that, I thought he was okay at times, but I didn't think he put in a great performance by any means. Same with Reece Williams. Matip was very commanding at the back, if I'm going to pick out any positives. I thought Mane was trying to create things up front. Talking about the quadruple substitution, again, I thought we looked better when they came on to extents and degrees. But one thing we know is when we've got a more fit squad, we can go more gun-ho in that game. And obviously we can start a better team, which is the one thing that I think massively let us down. Is sort your smart price Wi-Fi out, lads. Okay, Jay, I'll have to get that sorted 100%. If the Wi-Fi is messing up, then I do massively apologise about that. I will have to get that sorted, and we will get that sorted in future. Sorry about that, people. Just a bit embarrassing. This was at Anfield, and there was no effort. Gabriel, again, I can't really disagree with you, my mate. I think that's the feeling of everyone right now. That's a Liverpool fans, you know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate that we're just not getting we never got any luck today, to be fair. You know, Galini will be made up. Galini is just that. Their goalkeeper, Galini, is just that. The easiest performance that you can probably have coming to Anfield. And not many people get away with that, especially when you're coming up against Mane and Salah. Unreal, the fact that we never got a shot on target. Overall, arguably the worst performance of the season. Obviously, you can't get worse than a 7-2 against Villa, but in terms of fight, in terms of passion, in terms of strength, I never saw enough from our team today. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I am going to be rounding up this video, but I will answer a few more questions before we do, and then I'm going to be going over to the COP TV, so make sure you join me there. I agree there was no effort from Tom Crossan. Yeah, mate, I think that's going to be everyone's thoughts. Genie was poor. I don't think you can just single out people in the midfield, by the way, Hughes. I think it was everyone, a mixture of everyone being poor. I really, really do. What do you think of Salah? To Klopp should have rested him after COVID? Ahmed, I don't think he should have rested Salah. I think we needed to give him minutes. In fact, I actually think he done the right thing and brought him off earlier than what we should have done, because he's just had COVID. Other than that, I wanted Salah to start today. I think, I don't think COVID's really going to stop him to the point where he's not going to be able to play this game. Does that make sense? But yeah, fixture congestions, mad people don't read into it. Just looking at the loot ramp, people are tired. I know Pink Dolphin is bringing up the point about the fixtures, the fact that it's loads of arse, and you're right, it's bollocks, it's stupid. But what can we do? What can we do? Jurgen Klopp has made this public. If he can't get this done, then what are us fans going to be able to get this done? We know the fixtures are shit. We know that it's getting us injuries. But it is what it is, do you know what I mean? Alisson was good, to be fair. Alisson's always good. He's brilliant at commanding the back line. He's not only good at commanding the back line, he's good at the shot stopping. He's probably stopped about 1 or 2 goals today as well. Did you see that shot? Can't remember which one of their players it was, but he was quite far out wide of the box. And literally, if Alisson left that, he would have been beaten to his near post. People would have said that would have been poor, but it was actually a difficult save to me, and he just about got there. 100%. Diogo should have started. I think Layla, I don't disagree, but I just think we need to rest players, and Diogo's been playing a lot of minutes recently. Therefore, I think it was probably right to rest them. And again, it weren't a game that we needed to go fully gung-ho, do you know what I mean? From Rehan, with Origi today, we saw what Bobby brings to the team, the hunger, the drive, the link-up play, etc. Rehan, you're so right. Origi was lost today. But Origi's one of them players for me that I think he's better with a consistent run of games. And today, he just never got a minute. He obviously got that ball over the top. But other than that, wearing strong signs from Origi today. And let me know in the comments down below, do you think that's it for Origi? Do you think Thiago will be fit for Saturday? I don't, just because we haven't heard nothing, and I think the injury is worse than what has possibly been said. Klopp fucked up. Riaz, and again, no one's wrong on this channel. Everyone's got their own opinion. Riaz, how can you say that Klopp fucked up? Just asking you a question. How can you say that Klopp fucked up? Just give me a reasonable answer. I don't think you can say Klopp fucked up today. I thought he done what he had to do. He had to bring in Reece Williams. He had to bring in Nico Williams. You have to rotate the squad when you can. If he never rotated the squad and a Robbo started and all these players, Fabinho started, and let's say Fabinho and he pulls his hamstring, that's when you'd be having a go at Klopp. That's when you'd be having a go at Klopp. But now we've got away with no injuries. I actually think getting out of that game with no injuries is a better result than winning that game. Honestly, mate. If you offered me before the game, lose 2-0 or Mane gets injured, I never take a loss usually, but I would take a loss in that instance. If you said 2-0 win or a Robbo injury and you'll lose 2-0, I'll take I don't want Robbo to get injured. I don't want Robbo to get injured. None of our players can get injured right now because we need to think about the long term. Riaz, you've got to understand Klopp is in a very difficult position. Fantastic manager, but he's not going to win every game under these circumstances. He might win the majority, but he needs to start players to come back. We had no Henzo today. We had no Thiago today. There's so many things that quantify what went wrong. You can't just jump on the manager, believe in the manager, because I thought he'd done everything that he could today. Never doubt Klopp. That's it, Leo. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy for sure. Mark, any words on when Ox can be back on the bench? Again, mate, I don't know. Honestly, brother, I do not have a clue. Any centre-back we should get in January, James Mark, again. Do you know what, mate? I don't think that's our number one problem. I think that was kind of blown out of proportion. I think we've got enough centre-backs. I would get one if I could, but I don't think Liverpool will go out and get one. And yeah, it is what it is. Poor performance, but fully fit. Best team in Europe. You know what, Ash? That's the energy that you want. You've just got to think. You've got to remember that is not the first team Liverpool today. We've still got a lot more things to see from first team Liverpool because we haven't really seen first team Liverpool this season. And yeah, it's just absolutely mad. There's not really a lot of happy people in the comments. I'm not the happiest myself, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, I'm going to round up the stream. Let me know, and I will try and improve the Wi-Fi and stuff. I'm so sorry that I have got the shittest of McDonald's connections, but hopefully you have enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see these continue being a live show sort of thing. I will love to keep bringing them to you. But thank you for watching this. Please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you all later. Peace out, yous. Have a good day, even though it's been a shit day. And once more, actually, before I do end the stream, rest in peace to Maradona.